everyone. Hold on, let me bring my camera down a little bit. So, hi guys, it's Tiara here. I have finally dragged my butt back in front of the camera to do another book video. But listen, y'all, like, my camera broke, my tripod broke, there was a hurricane, there was just so much, but I'm okay. My family's okay. Florida is recovering well. Like, literally, if I turn the camera around, you can see like a tree that fell down, and thankfully it fell that way and not on my apartment. But we back, and I'm bringing you guys a spoiler-free book review of a book that I read last month, and I gave it 5 stars. It's amazing, and it's going to be a part of my diversity series. Why didn't anybody tell me about this book? Like, I remember last year or so I had heard about it, but I didn't really, like, I just heard like hype about it, but not really what it was about. And I read this book and I cried my like butt off. Like, whew, we can't curse anymore because YouTube is like meh. But I will be doing a spoiler-free book review of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sainz. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his name, and I'm very sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm pretty sure I did, and I apologize, and I don't want to disrespect anyone. But yes, let's get into this. Woo. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say, Benjamin, this book is absolutely amazing. Like, it makes me cry just thinking about it. It is so beautifully written. Like, it is beautiful and calm, and I just think that this book is so real. Sorry, Tara really needs to calm down because I just really like this book. But I just think it's so real and so honest about life, struggles with like identity, depression, love, being like see, there goes the light again, being a teenager. Like, I just love this book so much, and I just want to thank the author Benjamin for writing something so beautiful, so representative. It's amazing. So yeah, this story stars, I don't know, but we follow 2 Mexican American boys. I believe they both are Mexican, so I'm like, yes, finally something for the Latinx community. Like, it's amazing. So like I said, I'm adding this to my diversity series, and so the story starts off with Ari, and his full name is Aristotle, and he is kind of like a really like sarcastic, almost quiet kind of boy, and it's the summertime, and he doesn't know how to swim, and so at the pool he meets a guy named Dante, and they kind of have a joke like, oh my god, our names are Aristotle and Dante, like the philosophers, everything. And Dante offers to teach Aristotle, Ari, how to swim because Ari can't swim. And so they form a friendship and a bond, and it's just really beautiful the way their friendship develops. I just really applaud this book for how the characters were written. You know, Ari is more like, he's very, what's the word? He's very shy with his personality and making friends and meeting people, but he doesn't have identity issues the same that Dante has, if that makes sense. So they both have different identity issues. So Dante has kind of identity issues with being like a Mexican American. He kind of denies his heritage a little bit, and Ari doesn't really understand why he does that. And I think that dichotomy is so interesting between the 2 characters because it's something that a lot of people of color deal with. You know, in a whitewashed America where being a person of color is kind of frowned upon, we tend to go towards whiteness a lot and then get accused for wanting to be white, and that we hate our culture. And it's like, this is how we survive in this society. The only way is to make ourselves palatable and more acceptable to whiteness, and to be as close to whiteness as possible, because that's seen as right, as smart, as beautiful. And so I really like the dichotomy of the 2 characters, and that this issue was addressed. Something else that I also really, really love in this book is that the parents, Mexican American parents, were not like stereotype. Like, they weren't, oh, the dad's a carpenter and a gardener, and not that there's anything wrong with those occupations. They're respectable and they need to be more respected, because like, okay, if you didn't have contractors, would you have your house? No, you wouldn't. So why are you shitting? Oh, sorry, I gotta cut that out. So like, why are we looking down upon the people who do those jobs that help us live a better life? But I also like that what I believe Dante's parents are professors, teachers, they're doctors, okay, PhD doctors, okay, like, because there are Mexican and other Latinx humans, I don't know why I can think of the word, who are doctors, who have, you know, professions, and they're only stereotyped as like, oh, they mow the lawn, or oh, and I just really don't like appreciate that, and that stereotype is awful. So I like that their parents are painted in such a highlight, and that these boys are, while they don't focus too much on the school aspect, but they're smart boys, they do their work, they're responsible, and I just really like that they're highlighted in that light. So yeah, one thing that I will say that is like kind of a spoiler, but the two characters, well, at least Dante confesses to Ari that he might like boys, and he's still like discovering his sexuality. And I like the way this story progressed with, as you grow up, you begin to discover your sexuality. And you know, some people know, like, when they're young, like, they always have known that they've liked boys, and some people like don't really understand their sexuality, and they're just trying to find themselves, and like, that's okay. And that's what I hate about the conversation, like, within, not within the LGBTQ community, but like with regards to the LGBTQ community, that, oh, like, they'll go, like, people who come out, they're like, oh, all of a sudden you're gay, oh, all of a sudden you like women. And it's like, it's not an all of a sudden thing. And there are people, like, even, you know, transgender individuals who have always known on the inside, and there are people who have never known, and they just never felt okay to explore that. Especially with men are like, they're like, everyone's like, oh yeah, women, when you go to college, like, you can explore, and oh, lesbians, and like whatever, like, awful, disgusting things that they say. But when it comes to men, they're not allowed to explore their sexuality and figure out what they like, with regards to anything like sex, gender, whatever. And they're not allowed the same freedom as women, and even with women, we're allowed it, you know, to a small extent. So I just like that this story showed the discovery of sexuality and how different ways that it can come across. So I really loved that. Like, this book definitely gets 5 stars in my book. It's amazing. It is 100% a book that I would reread, and I recommend it for everyone, not just if you are a Latinx. Like, everyone should read this. It's an amazing book, and I'm so happy I read it. My roommate is Afro-Latina, and I got this book at the book sale. I did like a haul for it like a couple of months ago, and it had been sitting on my bookshelf and I hadn't read it, and then randomly my roommate was like, oh my god, have you ever read this book? And I was like, oh, I just bought that. So we really bonded and talked about it, and just like some of the, and she told me like how she felt about it, being, you know, an Afro-Latina woman who is a stan for the LGBT community. Like, she's real woke, you know, and we like had a really good discussion about that. So I like encourage you to read it, tell your friends to read it, open a discussion. That is what we're trying to do in the world, so we can make it a better place. And I just really appreciate this book. So yeah, I just wanted to be real short and sweet. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. You know, it might be in another week, because Lord knows I'm about to just film another one in the same outfit. So just like, don't judge me. Okay, bye.